Hey guys, it's Caitlin, and I am officially a dog mom! Yes, this is Nala, and she is probably going to be in a good amount of videos. And Lily, you can't really see her, she's right behind me. Little black thing, yeah. That's a dog, and they are both kind of mine now. They're my roommates, but they're like my babies, so I'm really, really loving this whole dog mom life. Anyways, everyone was asking for just like a life update. Where are you at? How's the professional internship going? Everything like that. So I thought I would hop on this video and do that for you. So first, life update. Besides being a dog mom, I now have a roommate who is the real mother to these puppies, and we are getting along really great. We have a beautiful apartment, and I'd love to do a room tour or an apartment tour at some point down the line once I get unpacked, because it's still a process for me. Almost there. But anyways, I'm really loving it here. Besides the traffic, there's just so much to do down here. I've been to the parks a few times. I've ate at a lot of different restaurants. My roommate and I are actually trying to try a different restaurant on Disney property that neither of us have been to about once a week. So usually Tuesday nights is when we'll be going. So I'm going to try to keep those updated on my blog and everything too, which I haven't been good about lately, but I'm going to be updating it a lot soon. So keep that in mind. Anyways, let me get more into my professional internship. So I am the business management intern for event operations, and I soon realized after I started my internship that that title really does not tell you a whole lot about what I'm going to be doing. I came in the first day and honestly no idea what my expectations were going to be, what my job role was really going to be, anything like that. So I knew I was going to be working a little bit with like weddings and floral, but I didn't know in which way or, any of my like basic job duties. So I found out right away. There's one boss that I directly report to. He's the guy that I work for, and let me tell you, he is incredible. Very nice, open, very flexible, willing to help. Just a great person to be kind of my first mentor, I think, with the company. And he knows so much, and I think he's just a really great person for me to learn from. So I'm very excited about that. And then other than him, there are also two other people on my team, and all of us have very different strengths, I would say. Like, one of us is more like numbers focused, another one is more like menu and caterings focused, and then there's me that, I have the accounting finance background, but I think I do more like data analytics and that sort of thing. So it's a very diverse group of people, and I love that because I think, it just works so much better to have a group that way than just to have, everyone in the same area of expertise. So it's very unique, but I'm really enjoying my time so far. What I can tell you about what I do is right now I'm working very closely with Disney's Floral and Gifts, and I'm really just helping them analyze all parts of their business. So, I'm pulling in data, historical data from, a couple of years ago, and, looking at, which products are selling, which products aren't selling, helping them make business decisions based on that, and honestly, any little thing. But there's also a lot of fun little quirks with the job as well. So like last week I got to go to a photo shoot and watch them photo shoot some of their Christmas products that are going to be launched on the website. And I actually got to make a couple of bows that are on one of the Christmas trees. So yay, that was me. I'm not crafty at all, so they're actually in the back and they're probably not in the picture, but it was really exciting for me. And I also got to make these little droid things that are going to possibly be in a photo shoot at some point too. And just the people I feel like I've met is incredible. I am the only intern in the entire building I'm in that I know of, and I work for the Disney Event Group, which they do, a lot of different things from, conventions, events. I honestly don't even know everything that they do, but they have like the designers there, the music people there, the, floral and gifts. They have people that take wedding phone calls there. They have so many different parts of the event process there. So it's very interesting to be able to have the type of job where I don't necessarily work for one department. I kind of help all of the departments. So if someone needs help in a certain department, I am the person, well, my boss, but therefore I am the person that they go to. So I'm getting a lot of different experiences in different parts of the business, which is really unique. I think as far as internships go, it's not what I was expecting at all. I wasn't expecting to feel like a professional so soon. I was so surprised when I came in the first day, and like I had my own nameplate, I had my own cubicle, which I now moved to an office, but that's another story. And just all of these little things that, you know, the college program doesn't give you. You know, they always talk about the college program, you're like being Disney's slave and all of that. And to a point, I do understand where that comes from, but you really feel like a real full-time employee when you're doing a professional internship. So that was really great for me. Very, very cool opportunity. So I am so excited about my job, though. I love going into work every day. There's so many things that I get to do that I know are going to make a big impact on each individual business. Working with data and data analytics, I think, is just something very fun to go into because, you know, numbers in a business tell you a lot of things about a business. So to be able to break things down in different ways, it's very challenging, but it's also very rewarding. So, what, you guys? Nala. I don't know what they heard. Sorry. Anyways, so I'm really enjoying my job. That's basically to sum it up. I don't know whether or not I'm going to extend if I have the opportunity. Right now, my goal is to stay down here for a few years, so at some point, I really do need to roll into full-time. So if I have the opportunity to extend, I think I probably will take it, but it just depends on, you know, what full-time positions are available or, you know, kind of what career path I decide I want to go down. I'm still not 100% sure on what I want to do with my life. I was hoping I'd have it figured out by now, but I don't even know if I'll ever have it figured out. So I'm really enjoying what I'm doing right now, and I think that's all that matters. So I just wanted to touch on some of the big differences and similarities between being a college program participant and being an intern. And although it is all under one big title, as you know, the college program, I think there are a ton of differences. And to anyone that did a college program and it was like, oh my gosh, I never want to work for Disney again, and it was because of your specific job, I would just say maybe give it a chance again because a professional internship is so, so different. But I did make a note on my phone of what I thought were the big differences and similarities. So let me start with the similarities between the two. So unfortunately, the big one for me is you still get the same number of guest passes. So you still have to work 150 hours to accrue your 3 passes, and then you can get up to 9. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping they treat you more like a full-time cast member in that regard, but nope, we're still college program there. And then, you know, there's also the time expiration. There's a deadline. You're not going to be in this role forever. At some point, you're going to have to go full-time or part-time if you want to stay. They don't let you do more than a year consecutive internships. So it is important to keep in mind while you're interning that they're not necessarily just going to offer you a job. You might have to go look for that yourself. So it's a very different feel. Some people do the internships and go back home, go back to school, and that's great too. But like for me, I moved down here and I'm planning to stay down here, so the pressure is definitely on right now for me to decide whether I want to extend or have to find something else within the company. And the other thing this is a really little thing and something really stupid, but your university is still on your name tag like it is for the college program. And I thought I would be a grown-up and not have to wear that anymore. I could probably get a new one if I wanted to, but I just thought you had your hometown on it, so I was really surprised. And I'm like, oh, I'm never going to escape it. So that is a big similarity between the college program and professional internships. And they do also have housing for you, too, for professional internships at Falcon Square. but I chose not to do that, clearly, so I can't really give you a whole lot of insight into what that's like, but I know that if you're planning to live down here, probably isn't necessarily the best idea, just because I know it is furnished, and if you're like bringing down furniture like I was, it would just be a nightmare. So if you're just coming down here like your college program to do a professional internship and then go back home, I think it'd probably be a great idea, but I'm sorry, I don't really know a whole lot about it. So for differences, I already touched on this one earlier when I was talking, but I really feel like you are treated like a respectable employee when you are in a professional internship. You are treated truly like a professional, and that does come with more responsibility, but in your college program, I feel like there's definitely people that, felt the whole Disney slave thing, and I get it. I mean, there are times that it was very stressful, and you just didn't feel like you were appreciated, but not to speak for everybody, but I know that it does happen, and a professional internship is very different. I feel like I am a full-time employee. I really do not feel like I'm just an intern. I'm not fetching coffee and, getting bagels or something. I am actually working and doing something that's helping the company, so that's really great. My clock in and out is very different than during the college program. So for the college program, I had to clock in and out and swipe my card, whereas I know in the parks you do the thing on the POS system. I don't remember what it's called, sorry, but you don't have to do that, at least for my particular role. I actually go onto the hub, and there's something where I can just clock my hours manually, so I don't have to worry about swiping in, swiping out. I can just record my hours and say, I worked 8 hours this day and 7 hours this day and blah, blah, blah. So that's great. And I am getting 40 hours a week. Sometimes I do go a little over. If I choose to stay longer, come in early, I can get a little bit of overtime, but usually it's about 40. And I do get holidays off, which is also a huge bonus. I get to go home for Christmas this year, and thank goodness, because being away from home for Christmas was really hard on me during my college program, so it's nice to have that. And then I also feel like I just have a very routine schedule. I mean, I work usually Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, so I feel like it's easier to get into a routine. I know for the college program, I mean, there'd be some days I'd be working 16-hour days. There'd be some days where I'd work till midnight, most days actually, and then I'd have to, get home, and by the time I got home, it was 1 or 1:30, and it was just always very exhausting, very hard to keep a routine schedule, so it's nice to have that consistency. I don't feel exhausted all the time like I did during my college program, and I have not been to McDonald's nearly as many times as I did during my college program, so that's a win. Oh, Nala, what are you doing? Sorry. Anyways, so overall, I just feel like there's a lot more freedom. I don't feel like there's a manager breathing down my neck. I don't feel like I'm stressed out or anything like that. I can kind of set my own schedule, and again, this is going to be different for every internship, but for mine, it's very relaxed. If we have a request from an executive, obviously, it's like, okay, we need to get this done now. But for the most part, I'm kind of my own boss, and that's pretty great. There is a lot more responsibility. I mean, it's not just you go into work and you clean toilets and you go home. I mean, I'm actually crunching real numbers for a real part of the Walt Disney Company. So what I know matters, and it's very exciting, and sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but I just did not expect to have such control, I think, right away. I was expecting someone to, hold my hand more in the beginning, and my boss has been great. He's helped me with everything I've needed help with, but he also gives me a lot of flexibility and just says, I need you to figure this out, and gives me the freedom to decide, okay, how should I go about this? And to me, that's really cool. I'm learning so much. So just creatively and innovatively, I think it's a very interesting opportunity. I do have to wear business clothes. I don't have a costume. I know some professional internships, like if you're in guest relations and stuff, you're going to have that beautiful plaid, but I just have to wear business clothes every day. So if you are going into a role like that, advice would be stock up on summer business clothes, especially if you are from somewhere like Wisconsin, like I am, and everything I own is long sleeves and long pants. I mean, you're going to want to get something a little cooler, but overall, it's not too bad. And then I think you just get, with more responsibility and more respect, you also get to know things that are just really cool. I mean, obviously I can't share with you insider information and stuff like that, but I feel like the more you grow with the company, the more knowledge you also gain about the company. And in your college program, you don't really get that. You're bottom of the totem pole. They don't know if you're coming back. You don't know if you're going to make it 8 months. And with a professional internship, they know that it's hard to get into the position you're at and that you deserve to be in the position that you're at. So I get to sit in on a ton of meetings every week, which is really great. I mean, I'm sure in 20 years I'm not going to like meetings, but right now they're very fascinating to me because I get to see all these different parts of the business and I get to meet a ton of different people. Very, very unique and creative and incredible individuals. One of the ladies that I was working with the other day, she worked in animation, I found out before this, when animation was still down here in Florida as well. And, I mean, she got to meet Roy Disney. How cool is that? I almost cried. I was so humbled to be sitting next to someone who shook Roy Disney's hand. That is crazy. And, yes, I'm a huge Disney fanatic, but it is a magical place, and I feel like I still don't lose the magic even though I'm sitting behind a computer. So, overall, it's been a great experience, and I am enjoying all of my time here. I would love to give you guys another update in a little while, let you know how everything is going. Like I said, right now, I'm usually working with floral. That's my big project right now. But there is potential for me to be working with weddings and also catering and stuff like that in the future. So we'll see how everything goes. But if you have any questions at all about anything, the process, or just any direct questions about my role specifically, or I don't know, whatever you might want to know, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to talk about Disney and my job, obviously. So thanks you guys for listening, and I think I'm probably going to have to go to bed pretty soon here because the dogs are all passed out and I'm getting tired. So have a great and magical week, and I will hopefully be back with you all soon. Bye.